In this video, I will be preparing my engine bay so that I can also prepare the head and so that we can replace the valves that were broken. So the first step I'll do is to clean up the engine bay, because there's nothing that makes working easier than working on a clean space. As you can see, I have to clean up the carbon buildup in my chambers around the engine bay, and then as you can see, everything is clear. And then the next step will be taking off that plastic and then start working on the carbon buildup in my chambers. As you can see, I am going to use a steel wool, a fine grit steel wool, and I'll be using a pair of scissors to get into those tiny spaces. And then I also used a rough grit steel wool to get those gasket residue, because if a gasket has been sitting for a long time on the block, it leaves some residue on it. So I'm also going to use a rough grit steel wool. Now we took the vacuum cleaner and then we are going to suck out all the carbon that we taken off. So I'm going to be doing this on all 4 cylinders. And as you can see, it worked out perfectly. Now it's time to move to the next step, which is the cylinder head. The aim is to remove the valves, and then I'm using a jack. I'm gonna put the head against the wall, put something at the back of the valve so it doesn't move, and then when I twist the jack, the springs will be compressed and then the valve stoppers will pop out of the valve spring. As you can see, the valve is out, and the next thing will be cleaning up the cylinder head, and I will also take out one valve just to compare the straightness from the one that I think is broken. Now that we clean up the cylinder head, the next step will be getting a degreaser and remove any kind of buildup that is left, and then the last step will be getting new valve. So if you are interested in following this project, I will be making a series, with this one being part 1. So subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that you can be notified every time I put a video about this project.